The main hall of the Priya Palace was a fever dream of gold leaf and crystal. Priya Oberoi stood as the sentinel of her own ambition, the lime green of her sari clashing brilliantly with the icy fire of her diamonds. Every time she turned her head to greet a guest, her long earrings swayed with a rhythmic metallic click, a countdown only she could hear. The clock is ticking, she thought, her smile fixed and brittle. Why hasn't the Ratnaparki family arrived? If they don't show up, this alliance has no weight. My son will be engaged to a ghost of a fortune. Then, the grand double doors swung open. The collective roar of the party died instantly, replaced by a suffocating silence. Maya stepped through the threshold first. She was a vision of lethal elegance in her purple blouse and long-sleeved coat, the diamonds draped over her catching the light like shards of broken glass. Beside her stood Shravani, a sharp modern defiance in her western shirt and ghagra, her short hair a bold statement against the traditional sea of silk. Behind them, Mr. and Mrs. Ratnaparki followed, their presence radiating the heavy, unshakable power of the city's true elite. Maya's gaze cut through the crowd like a blade, locking onto Priya's eyes. Think of the devil, Priya, and the devil is here, Maya thought, her expression one of chilling serenity. But I am not a truth devil like you. I am your karma devil. Priya's face flickered, a brief, jagged flash of anger and fear, before she smoothed it over with a loud theatrical laugh that sounded like glass breaking. Welcome. Welcome, Anushka darling, Priya cried, her voice projecting to the farthest corners of the room. Everyone please, the main ceremony will take a moment. Have some juice, enjoy the music and let the floor be yours for a dance. Waiters moved like ghosts through the throng, offering crystal flutes of juice. The sadness of the forced union was buried under the superficial clinking of glasses. Shreyas, ever the diplomat, stepped forward and bowed slightly toward Maya. May I have this dance, Anushka? He asked with a charming practiced smile. Maya's eyes didn't leave Priya's face as she slowly placed her hand in his. Of course, she replied, her voice smooth as silk. They moved to the center of the hall. But as they began the first slow rotation, the soft, generic instrumental music suddenly glitched. A sharp digital stutter echoed through the speakers before the track transitioned into an intensely romantic melody, the soaring, heartbreaking notes of the very song that had belonged to Shravani and Akshodaya a year ago. The effect was instantaneous. Akshodaya froze, his fingers tightening so hard around his glass that the crystal groaned. Shravani turned deathly pale, her eyes dropping to the floor to hide the sudden burning moisture. Priya's head whipped around toward the DJ booth, her regal mask slipping as anger twisted her features. Among the whispering guests, Maya continued to dance with Shreyas, her movements fluid and calm. She watched Priya over his shoulder, her eyes fixed on the woman's crumbling composure, waiting for the first pillar of the palace to fall.